Your daily hour with
Yeah! Hey everybody, it's the program. We're on TV once again, once a day, every day. Turn on the machines and then we start talking. We're going to be here for an hour. Here we go. It's another day here. It's another program. Sitting on the couch, doing the thing where we talk and we go for the hour. It's a good time, I think. I'm having a good time. Today's Monday, so we were looking for Monday. Dan, where are you? I'm walking around here with this wireless mic, so if I'm looking like I'm going up and on off the thing, we'll probably see Dan out there on the streets, and then we'll say, "Hey Dan, we're gonna come get you. We're gonna go out the door and we're gonna go open the windows. We're gonna say, here you go, come on in." But that might be a while. Dan's usually a bit late, and that's right on time today, or at least in the time I said. So if he's catching buses, at least I'm pretty sure he is. It'll be 15 minutes or so, but maybe we should call him, kick it off, or Carl too. Oh. Here we go. Let's kick it off. Let's call them. Dan Bennett. I mean, if I don't have his phone number. I don't even know his cell phone number. We should call Carl and ask him to call Dan's cell phone number too. But here's the book. Here's the book, getting ready to call him. I don't know what Dan's going to talk about today. Science, something like that. Carl's not going to be here probably too. We'll call him and find out about what's going on with Carl. This is Dan. Oh, Dan Bennett. What the? Okay, here it goes. This is Dan Bennett. Oh, Dan says he missed the bus and he's on his way. Where's the number? Let's see. where was that? Because that was the cell phone. So do we have it? Oh, it's over here. I'm looking at it. We're gonna call Dan's cell phone. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Is he on the bus right now or what? That's what we're gonna find out. Calling Dan Bennett's cell phone. Ring-a-ding-ding, Dan.
And now behold, you have reached the cell phone of Lord Danzio, apparently supervising my minions, and cannot speak with you right now. However, you must leave a message. I will be grateful.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Dan! You said you're on your way, but I'm calling you anyway. Call us back. Or don't. Show up when you get here at probably 1, I think. Like, when are you going to catch a bus? You missed the bus at that time. Like, you're already too late to catch the bus. Like, you already sent me a text when it was too late for bus catching if you were going to be, like, on time bus time, you know? But here goes next. Let's call Carl. You know, he's out. Ring a dingy call.
Hello, feel free to leave a detailed message at the end of this message. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Call out the program. Where are you? I know you said you weren't going to be here. I'm calling you anyway. Call back. Goodbye. All right. I want to call Rebecca. Because, you know, Rebecca, remember the Doomsday? Remember how Doomsday never happened?
This is Xiuming Ji, also Rebecca. I am from Chinese American Cultural Bridge Center, but I'm dedicated to expose the bioterrorist spy from China. His name is Yuan Sun. The website is www.stopthespy.com. Please leave a message. Please speak slowly and clearly. I'm looking forward to talking to you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Rebecca, it's a program. Doomsday didn't happen. We lived through Doomsday. Call us back. I'm going to ask you about it. Okay. How did we survive Doomsday? I didn't think we were going to. Somehow we did. Is it a miracle? Oh, Rebecca actually called us.
Hi, Carl. Hi, Rick. This is Rebecca calling. Daily Hour with me. Well, are you in the show? I could talk with you guys. You can call me back. 847. Okay, how are you guys? What are you talking about?
We're good.
Okay,
Doomsday.
so I want to talk with you. Thank you. Have a good show.
Thank you. Oh, well, we're trying to call Rebecca back and she answers, so that's all of it then. Yeah, Rebecca tried to call us and then the thing, and that's all the stuff that we got through. Maybe we should try to call Monkey Bones. I don't know what Monkey Bones' schedule is like, we can never get a hold of him. Because he's always up at 2 a.m. So maybe he'll be awake right now. It's Monkey Bones. I think damn well I'm phone things now.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Monkey Bone, Monkey Bone, Monkey Bone, 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 Monkey Bone, Monkey Bone, Monkey Bone, Monkey Bone. Monkey Bones calls back. I don't know when you're gonna answer your phone or what time, you know. Okay, bye. All right. I'm making all the phone calls. I think Dan still another 10 minutes or so, if I'm estimating. Whoops, are you sleeping? Is sleepy time for you?
I'm not joking.
Hey, John, it's me. How you doing?
Who?
It's the program. It's Casey's program. I'm just chatting.
I'm laying down.
Are you sleeping? You want to leave you alone or you can sleep? You want to chat?
I just want to lay down.
All right, John. Sweet dreams. Good night.
Good night. It's good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Bye. Goodbye, anyway, if you're going to sleep. Okay, bye. John, you asleep? Why are you asleep, John? Here, we'll call Freddie, the producer. You know he's in, on the island. Freddie, how's the desert? Maybe we can reach him with our minds using the phones. Going to be a message.
Hey, you've reached Freddie Libler. I can't come to the phone right now, but if you leave me a nice message, then I will call you back as soon as I can. Thanks a lot.
Freddie, I know you're probably not there. You're in the desert, so how's the desert? I'm doing this thing where maybe if we call your phone, you can pick up some kind of like extra, like what an ESP phone call signal. Are you picking it up in the desert right now? Maybe when you listen to this, you can think back and you think, oh, I had that weird program, ESP sense, when I was out in the desert. Maybe this is why. Okay, bye. Great. Well, that's a lot of the phone stuff that we had planned out today. Now, looking for Dan to get here on the bus. Oh, he should be getting here on the bus at any time soon. Like, I bet he's on the bus right now. Danny, on the bus? Well, I'm saying it's on the phone. Here it goes. I'm writing numbers on my hand between 1 and 6. I'm trying to visualize the future. Okay, how does this work? Uh-oh. Right number in your hand. See, I haven't done all this that much. Carl's been doing it all, so. With the new setup. Well, we could take a look outside, too, maybe today. Well. Here it is. Okay. Dan usually picks a 3, so I think we can probably be safe to give him a 3. He should be really deciding instead of just like picking the same number every time he's trying to visualize the future. I think he's not. I don't know who's to say how to play the dice game though. Here goes. Ready, family? I'm ready. I'm rolling. 2! What? Now I know how Carl feels. I kind of feel like maybe it's like I'm questioning myself. Did I cheat somehow? Is that how you feel, Carl, when you're potentially cheating? You feel like you're potentially cheating? So I kind of feel like it's like that.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, now it's info time. You're watching Your Daily Hour with me. It's a call-in television talk show. It's taped right here in Thurston County. 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 366 days on leap year. As Your Daily Hour with me, we started on September 19th, 2010. We were on the community for content, so give us a call, 360-836-4384. Call and leave a message, get on TV. Anybody can be on the program, especially you. We are on community for content, so give us a call. It's harder than I thought, Carl. How do you know all this stuff? Maybe if we get a hold of him sometime today, we'll tell him about it. But we tape a week in advance, so like if you're watching now, this is last week. If you're watching at 2 a.m., this is last year, 2016. It's this day here. Monday, the 21st. All right. That was my info time. Carl has it better in his mind. Ooh, okay. I'm eating donuts. I gotta slow down maybe. Donuts and coffee is not a very good breakfast. I don't know why they made it a breakfast food when it's kind of like, ooh, it's hard on your guts. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have eaten 3 donuts really fast. You've been watching me eat 3 donuts? Because I did. I just ate 3. Well, 2.5 anyway. I still have another one to go for. Oh, I gotta finish the donut today too. You know, sometimes when you got the food, you're like, oh man, I feel like I've had enough, but I feel like I gotta finish. I don't know, is that weird? I just feel like I gotta finish it. I don't know, I can't just not finish donut. Alright, let's take a look at some of these tapes. Or I guess I'm checking out Carl's end over here. Yeah, like I don't know how it even everything's going anymore. It's kind of funny to me that I haven't touched any of this stuff in so long, so that I don't even know what it is like. Okay, from key events. This is the. I want to watch this tape. Yay! As if it were. Maybe we'll rewind this, watch it again. I think what's next? What's going to happen next? As if this were. Well, it's some art. Is there going to be some sound with it? There's some blue. If there's some blue spots in it, then you can see through. Yes. Whoa. Oh, this is the movie. Is we're gonna watch the movie of the movie? I think this is probably okay. Next up, it's this movie. Maybe if they figure out how to play it. If they're showing a computer movie in a live event setting, they had to turn up the volume. You can see it on the thing. Click, click, click sound. Hello. I don't really hear the sound of the movie. Someone's getting into the water though. That's what's going on right now. What's he looking at the water? It's the camera zooming into the movie. I thought it was like, is it the shaky documentary camera taping the movie, or is it the movie itself zooming in? You can never know. I think this is a video camera. This is some yeah, I'm gonna go with video camera zooming in on stuff. This is some Freddy's camera work, looking at this thing that's close up, more close up than other things. Is there no sound? I'm not sure what's happening here, but we're watching somebody get their haircut on this video. Damn, Bennett, where are you? Let's call some McDonald's. It's weird that you can't hear the movie. We can hear the people in the audience coughing. Oh, I can hear it a little bit now. It's mostly quiet. Uh-oh, what happened with the call? Hello? McDonald's, where are ya? I don't know what's going on with that one. Let's call the next one. Keep moving through them.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected. We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error...
I feel like I've reached this recording in error. Hey, McDonald's, you guys got those, what?
Flavor.
Yes?
Yes, I'm listening.
You guys got the Shamrock still?
No, we don't. Not this year. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. What are you eating any more?
No, we're done.
It's all done? What's the next milkshake? She's sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the milkshakes. Oh, that one answered. Sorry, McDonald's. This is a dump truck.
Hello, Daily McDonald's.
Hi, McDonald's. Do you guys have those shamrocks still?
No, we no longer carry those. We stopped carrying them a long time, like a while ago.
Like when?
I'm sorry?
Last week?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Like last week or what?
No, it's been a couple of months now.
Really?
It's last year.
Last year? But I thought it was supposed to be around St. Patrick's Day, the milkshakes, the green milkshakes.
The milkshake?
Oh yeah, what did you think I said?
I thought you said cinnamon.
Cinnamon milk?
Sorry, no, milkshakes our milkshake machine is working right now.
What's cinnamon milk? Like cinnamon milk?
Yeah, I thought you said cinnamon, sorry.
Oh no, don't be sorry. I never even had cinnamon milk before. What is that in a bottle? Comes in a bottle?
No, it was like a little cinnamon pastry thingy, but you were asking about the shake machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working right now.
Oh, maybe I'll get a shake. You have Shamrock, the green ones?
We have strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate.
So no, I wanted the Shamrock. That's what I was calling.
No, we didn't, for some reason, we didn't get the Shamrock this year.
Oh, Dan's here. Hey, thank you.
So, thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna go let Dan in through the window. I'm taking the wireless mic down here and getting them. And tell them that we've been on for a while. Right over here, Dan. We've been on the show for a while.
I know. I'm super late. Well, I missed my bus, so I decided to walk. And I arrived downtown the same time as the bus, and so I saved $1.25. I don't know what I'm going to spend that $1.25 on instead of taking the bus, but it'll be good, whatever it is. Maybe not. How are you doing, Kenny? Okay. I'll put this over here.
Yeah, we're about halfway through today.
Oh crap! I'm sorry about that.
Don't be sorry.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry like a Canadian.
Yeah.
I'm Canadian. Sorry. Sorry.
I'm doing well.
Oh, good.
How are you?
Late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Well, normally I'm about 10 minutes late. Generally. I calculate the time it takes me to do this, that, and the other thing, and it's usually I miscalculate on the time it takes to travel. It's a travel time. Like, I'll think, okay, I need to go to grocery outlet, and I need to get this, that, and the other thing.
If you're like constantly late, how does that, like, how do you never learn anything? I mean, not like I'm trying to harp on you or anything, but like, you know?
It's overly optimistic, consistently overly optimistic belief that I can do something faster than it takes.
We can't even think, like last time, I thought that this was going to take a long time. Maybe I should give myself an extra 10 minutes this time.
Well, I did, but then I'm like, okay, I got time to do this other thing, so yeah, and I took a shower, and that took longer than planned. Yeah, I had to do extra things that I wasn't counting on, so.
Alright.
Yeah, usually it's like 5-10 minutes at the most, and it's just things took
about almost an hour.
Really?
I mean, well, it's about 12:50 now. We said 12. That's okay.
Well, I missed the quarter after bus.
So
I I stood around for 5 minutes, like, oh, should I wait for the bus? Should I just...
But you should have been getting on the bus at 11:45.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when I got out of the shower. I'm like, oh, shit, I better hurry. So I hurried, and then I was hungry, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be able to eat for a while, so I should eat something real quick. So I ate some leftovers, and then I got even later, and then...
yeah, it happened. Well, you missed it half a program. How was the week for you?
It was okay. It was very busy. Actually, no. I had Thursday off, and I painted. Oh, I made a UFO. I made a spaceship. My friend Andrea, who's a filmmaker who used to work at the station, commissioned me to make her a flying saucer. And it took a while to figure out what exactly she wanted, and I had 10 days to build it.
Yeah.
And it's easy enough to find the parts, relatively, to find the parts that are more or less what I'm looking for. What makes it difficult and time-consuming is the gluing and the painting, because the glue takes 24 hours to cure. And so I can glue certain things together, then I turn on the fan and I help it dry quicker, and then I can glue on a few more things, and then it needs to dry for a longer period, and then
That's long.
So that can be time consuming and that sort of thing. And then there's the painting.
Yeah.
Because most of my spaceships are highly detailed, and they're like tiny little parts that the paint may or may not get in the nooks and crannies of.
Yeah.
It's just easier to spray paint it.
Okay.
And the weather outside, the humidity has to be below 70%, and the temperature needs to be above 50. So it can't be cold and rainy.
Oh, yeah.
So there was one day...
How humid is it if it's raining? It's like all the way humid, right?
Yeah, 90%, 80%, 90%. Yeah, and sometimes the wind is blowing, and you see blue sky, and there's a cloud flying overhead, and there's a little bit of a shower. In those cases, it's not nearly as humid, but when it's overcast like it is, and kind of constantly drizzly raining, then yeah, it's 90%.
Yeah, very humid. And you want 40%? Or what?
It's got to be less than 70%.
Oh, 70%, okay.
Yeah, and usually the humidity hangs out at anywhere between 50 and 60% generally during the summer. Yeah.
How do you know what percent the humidity is?
Oh, I look online.
Oh, okay.
I go to olympiaweather.com.
Yeah.
It gives me a list of the barometric pressure and the relative humidity and
Makes sense.
Yeah, temperature and weather predictions and that sort of thing. So I built a flying saucer. I'd never built one before, and I have like 5 bins full of bits and pieces that I use for building models. And one bin has large square things, squarish, boxy, like things like the videotapes, or like if I were to take this apart, I would save maybe parts of the display area or something like that, or the face of a VCR that had like squarey things, that sort of thing. And so that goes into one bin. Then I have another bin with large round parts, or bent or curved parts, or something like that, medium and large. And then I have 2 other bins, one for small squarey things and one for small roundy things. Roundish things, curved things. And so it's like, depending on what I'm building, determines which bin I dig through.
Yeah.
And the space that I work in might be about the space we have from the back of the couch to the front of this coffee table here. So it's not a big space, and so I can only drag one bin out at a time, get the contents out, figure out what I am going to need and what I might need, and or might not need, and I grab a bunch of things and I put the bin away, and I get another bin out, and I get other stuff and set that on the table, and the table gets filled with all these potential materials, and then I start putting it together. The way I work now, I didn't used to work this way, is I start from the inside out.
Okay.
I start with the spine, and I figure out where my attachment points are, because I want to hang it from the ceiling.
Yeah.
And so I need to create attachment points from the very bottom.
Makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah, or a spine if I'm going to be attaching things that I don't know. It just
But this is a disc anyway, so it's not too much of a spine, right? It's round.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so one never knows.
What'd you use for the base? Frisbee?
No, surprisingly not. I was going to, but I didn't.
High tin?
Actually, have you ever seen one of those tower fans? They're a long, skinny fan that's kind of square or round.
Yeah.
And some of them rotate or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, the base of these things is usually round or square. It's a foot.
Yeah.
So I had one of these feet.
Fan feet.
And it was kind of a very flattened cone shape, and that was the bottom. And then I had a round, flat piece of glass that went to a clock. That I'd kept the glass because it was kind of an interesting shape.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe I could put it on something or have it go with something. And that went on the very bottom. So it was this cone and then a rounded bottom. And then the next layer was a decorative plate with little tiny rounded, little bubbles, I guess, that line the entire edge. And so they could be like little laser beam points or scanners or little things. And then on top of that was another clock from a different clock that was rounded on top, and it had kind of an inset area. And inside that, I put a tap light, one of those round tap lights. And then I attached that with magnets instead of glue. And the idea is, and I painted over the surface, but light will be able to come through, even though it's a silver paint. And I've seen it before, and the light is usually an amber red.
Yeah.
So once you put the batteries in, you should be able to press it, and light will come out the edges and out the bottom. And I drilled holes in the very center, so if light was going to sneak through, it would go out the bottom too. So, and then I attached attachment points on the inside of the inset part so that it just would hang like this instead of from the top. So I built a spaceship, and Andrea picked it up Saturday.
Yeah? She approved?
Oh yeah, she loved it.
Good.
She loved it.
This is bad! She was gonna smash it or something. Yeah.
She was absolutely thrilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually Friday. She picked it up Friday. And that's the fastest I've ever made a ship. It usually takes me 2 or 3 weeks.
This one took you a day.
Pardon?
2 days?
10.
Oh, 10, okay.
Yeah.
How many hours a day?
Less than an hour. Maybe half an hour.
Oh, because of the gluing process.
Yep.
Is that how painting works too? Because you gotta wait for the paint to dry, so you can only do a very small amount at a time.
Yep. Yeah. So that was my week for the most part. What else?
Well, it was playing a nice game. I played the first one, and I kind of had a feeling that you're gonna pick your regular number, so
yeah.
I thought that would be okay.
Okay.
I don't even know when we're ringing down anymore. Also, we don't have calls, so I gotta go over there and like do all the machine stuff, which I haven't even really touched in a long time, which is kind of funny to me.
Yeah. Well, can I help?
No, I'll do it.
All right.
We got this new way of doing the color over there. So yeah, you can hold the camera, I guess. You can roll the dice, hold the camera. So we did this, and then.
Are you guys recording the number? Oh, these are people's phone numbers?
Yeah, those are phone numbers.
Okay.
I heard, whoa. What the? Alright, here it is. Roll 2 dice.
2 dice. Okay, which one did you roll already?
I rolled the green, or the black 2.
Black one?
Yeah, and now we're gonna do the green ones, right? I think there's 2 of them, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl's got a system, but now we're gonna do this.
Okay.
Here it is. All right. Wedding day. Carl, we're changing the words on here. I don't know how to change the words on there. Carl knows. There it goes. 2 and 6. I got another 1,000 points. I'm winning. I got 1,000 points. All right. Well, did you have any plans on what you wanted to do today? Did you think you were going to talk about science stuff, or did you?
Well, I'm trying to think if I talked about this planet number 9. I think I talked about that last Monday.
Yeah.
Or I was going to. I don't know if I did or not. I don't remember. Last Monday it was kind of crazy. We talked all around the world, but I never quite got to whatever it was I was talking about.
Yeah. I don't remember either. But you were trying to talk about a specific thing?
Well, Planet 9. And I think I did talk about it because
Doomsday?
there is there was supposed to be some planet that was supposed to crash into the Earth March 16, and of course it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was not based on science.
What was it based on?
Lies.
Yeah, okay.
So that never happened, of course. And anytime you hear stuff like this, try and verify it. And people that believe it tend to believe stuff like that they get excited about, and it makes me sad because they're believing in something that doesn't really exist, and they get worked up and frightened and all that, and it's just silly. I say it's just silly. So anyway, a couple of astronomers, and if this starts to sound familiar, I'll stop. A couple of astronomers, they did different kinds of things. One paid attention to distant Kuiper belt objects, and these are small planets the size of Pluto and smaller that orbit much farther away. The Earth is 1 AU, Mars is 2.5 AUs. Jupiter is 5 AU, Saturn is 9 AUs, astronomical units, that's an Earth-Sun unit distance. Uranus is 20, and Neptune is 30, and Pluto is 40.
Okay.
So, let's see, 9, 20, well, pretty close to that. Anyway, so Pluto's about 40. It averages 40 AU's distance. And these other planets, their average distance is 60 AUs and 80 AUs and 50 AUs. And these are planets that orbit the sun in a fairly elliptical orbit, and they many of them are at an angle. They are not in line with the rest of the planets, because all the planets orbit within just a few degrees of the elliptic, which is like a flat disk. Like you see Saturn's rings.
Mm-hmm.
That would be Saturn's elliptic, and all of its moons orbit more or less in line with that disk, with its rings. Okay, so the planets orbit in the same way. They're along this flat disky plane, and some of these
donut.
Oh, sure, thank you. Some of these other planets orbit not in line with the disk. They're tilted quite a ways, and their orbit is tilted as much as 30 degrees. And so they've been finding more and more and more, and I think they're up to 60 or 70 of these Plutoids or trans-Neptunian objects, or
dwarf planets, or
Kuiper belt objects is what they're called.
Okay.
And there are various sizes, and there's tons of them. But they found, this one astronomer found that a bunch of the orbits are kind of in line with each other. They are orbiting along something close to the same path. They're in the same orientation of about 30 degrees, and they have various distances, but
they're kind of, what's the word? They have a resonance with each other. This one will orbit twice, and it's along the same kind of pathway. It'll orbit twice for every one time the next furthest one orbits. And this one, it will orbit 4 times for every 3 times another one orbits, or it will orbit 5 times for every 3 times another one will orbit. And these are resonances that are 1 to 2, 2 to 4, or 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 5, 2 to 3.
Ratios. Okay.
Yeah. There are all these ratios that are fairly close. And so this astronomer noticed that a bunch of these Kuiper Belt objects were kind of like in the same alignment and orbiting kind of in similar kinds of paths. And then there was another group of half a dozen of these objects orbiting at a different 30-degree angle. And so they're like this, right? And so they're like, what would cause these little worlds to orbit kind of in a synchronized fashion at a particular angle?
Yeah.
And so this guy noticed this kind of interesting weird pattern, and he went down the hallway to talk to a guy who who was an expert in gravity modeling.
Okay.
Using standard gravity models, and what he would do, one of the things that he would do is some little moon would have a wacky doodle orbit, and so he would plug in the attributes of that orbit and run backwards in time to see what would happen, to see how it got in that wacky doodle orbit.
Okay.
So these two guys worked together for about a year, and they figured out that something really big, something large with a lot of mass, more than the Earth, was affecting the orbits of these Kuiper Belt objects and influencing their orbits. And so they did calculation after calculation. They have access to supercomputers that can model the orbits of all these little objects and make a really, really good guess as to what's causing them. And so these guys predicted that there is a large planet, somewhere around 10 Earth masses, which is pretty close to Neptune and Uranus, or Uranus.
Yeah.
Uranus.
What's the proper way? What do the people say?
The proper way is Uranus.
Really?
Uranus.
I don't know. This is Uranus.
Uranus.
Yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to Uranus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun to say Uranus anyway. But anyway, so they calculated that this object, whatever it is, has a certain mass, and it has a particular orbit that they predicted was somewhere between 10 and 20,000 years to orbit once. It's in a highly elliptical orbit, and all of these little Kuiper Belt objects, or plutoids, if this planet orbited in this particular way and was along this particular path, then it would affect the orbits of these and many, many, many other Kuiper Belt objects.
Okay.
So that came out about 2 months ago, and they made this announcement, and everyone was like, whoa, it's like a planet. It's not like a Pluto planet, it's like a really big one.
Yeah.
And so what they did is they predicted that, just given what they figured out from the orbits, is that this planet would probably be over here. If they started looking, if astronomers started looking, if they looked at old records, it would be extremely dim. It would be extremely cold, and because of its really, really wide orbit, they figured 600 AU. That it would be barely moving in the sky at all.
Okay.
And it might be misrecognized as a star instead of a planet.
Okay.
And it would be viewable in infrared instead of visible light.
Okay.
Or near infrared. It would look very red because it would be so dim. It would be super dim.
Sure.
So, So they said, look here, look here, look here. And so a month passed, and 2 or 3 other teams, 2 for sure, 2 other teams started examining the orbits and the resonances with what these first 2 scientists showed, started looking at the resonances of other Kuiper Belt objects.
Okay.
And they matched up with this hypothetical or this possible or probable 9th planet orbiting around at this crazy eccentric orbit. And so other scientists have come forward and they said, yes, we have found other objects that are being influenced by this planet that's out there somewhere. And they, because they had more objects to compare and to kind of refine the resonance of the orbits, they're now saying that it has a 17,000-year orbit and a 650 AU orbit, and the orbit looks more like this, and they narrowed down the area of where to look for it.
Yeah, they haven't found it yet?
Nope. No, I give them about 6 months.
But they're pretty sure it's there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and
it's going to be a new planet because it's going to be bigger than Pluto. It's going to be big enough to be called a regular planet?
Well, yeah. I mean, something the size of Neptune, or maybe a little bit smaller. Way out there, it's super cold, and so because of...
It's past Pluto?
Yeah.
But it still counts as being in our solar system.
Yeah, 10 times farther than Pluto.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and that's its average.
That's way far.
Yeah, that's its average.
Does it count as being in our solar system though? Because it's so far away. So
oh yeah.
So when they find it, they're gonna have to call it a new planet, a regular planet.
Yep.
So I mean, there could be even more that are farther away, right?
Yeah. So we have actually imaged planets orbiting other stars.
Yeah.
And
how come they found those planets that are so far, like they're on other stars? They haven't found all the planets around us so far.
Well, okay, so you got a street light, and there's another light a little bit further away from it.
Yeah.
And if you stick your thumb over the street light, like for your view, then you can see dimmer objects beside it.
Okay.
So your thumb removes the light of the thing, and then you can see other things around it. So what they do is they stick a small hair-sized little disc in front of where the star is they're looking at, and they block out the light of the star, and they can see the light of these other planets. And they found stars just like our sun, or a little bigger and a little brighter, that are fairly young, and they have planets orbiting not just 600 AU, but 6,000 AU away, and many of them.
Wow.
And the reason we can see them is because they're so far away from their parent star that blocking out their light, you can see just a tiny object. And the only way they can see it is by watching it over time, and they see it move over time.
Okay.
And it's an orbit so big that the only real way you can tell it's moved is its relationship with background stars. So you take you get a shot of it January 1st on 2010, and then another shot of it January 1st 2015, and then another shot in 2020.
That long? 5 years?
Yeah.
5 years.
And it would barely move. I mean, this is a planet orbiting 1,000 AU away from its star, is going to be moving very, very quickly, relatively, in space, but that doesn't cover a whole lot of distance when we're looking at it from so far away.
Yeah.
So we've got images of a bunch of them, at least half a dozen, probably 10 different planets orbiting other stars that are, and we're looking at stars that are really close to us. 5 light years away, 10 light years away, 40 light years away, 30 light years away. When you get much further than that, then they're too far away to really see easily. They're so far away, they're so dim that only the biggest telescopes on the planet, and there's only like 2 or 3 that are crazy giant, huge. that we can see.
Yeah. We're going to take a look at the commercial from last year real fast.
Okay.
Wait, this is 21? Right, that's a 21? I think we're on the wrong date. Or is it the 21st? That's today, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. What happened last year? I think it's from a Saturday now or something. Yeah, hey everybody, it's the commercial. Whoa, where are we? Yeah, we're on TV here, and we can see into the time where we are being projected into next year. Yeah, that's right.
I saw old television episodes. Freddy's enjoying clams on the beach.
Mr. Ginsu is playing a game.
Phone Wars. He's playing Phone Wars with us.
Phone Wars.
Stop. 360-836-4384. Leave us alone.
Mr. Ginsu is playing Phone Wars.
Yeah, Phone Wars. I don't know what that is. What is Phone Wars, Carl?
That would be using telephone calls to annoy each other.
Yeah, something like that.
A good example would be I would call you and leave a one-word message.
The show is
and then hang
it's in the show, but
and call you over 5 minutes.
The events tape is I gotta get to another event because it's
and I gotta roll the dice.
Yeah, it's the final dice. I gotta roll on this tape though because we gotta find the thing. Here we go. Let's play the final dice game. Where's the camera?
Right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go. I'm gonna roll this dice. I won. I got 1,500 points, and you got 500, but I really won.
You totally did. You really
won. A lot, yeah.
You won a lot.
Yeah, I did. All right. Well, thanks, Dan. Thanks for being here today. Thanks, John Webster and Rebecca. I listened to the Rebecca message earlier. I think that might be everybody I would talk to. McDonald's. Talk to some McDonald's. Thanks, Planet X.
9.
Thanks for being there.
7.
Yeah, they used to call it Planet X
5,
because X
4,
means 10. Because Pluto was demoted to a different classification.
Yeah.
It will now be Planet 9.
Oh, is that what they're calling it now? Planet 9?
Planet with a capital 9. Yeah, that's all they're calling it.
Capital 9?
Yeah.
Capital
P.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pluto is a dwarf planet, which is a non-capitalized D for dwarf and P for planet.
Planet. It's lowercase.
It's like we're not calling it a planet anymore. We're calling it an asteroid.
Yeah.
Or a moon or something else. It's a different classification.
But this new thing's a planet. Bye. Oh yeah, dog.
Oh yeah.
Bye. Coming up in the next episode of the program.
Your daily out with.
Yeah, hey everybody, it's the commercial.
I have returned.
Yeah, Carl's back.
And I got a hat, still the same hat.
He went away
You saw me with.
He went away for a day. He came back. He didn't sleep for 24 hours.
Yeah. Carl, why don't you just put down that phone? Just put down that phone and go to bed.
Well, every night 11:30 a.m. on TCTV channel 22. Did we watch the commercial from last year?
Yeah, we saw the commercial from last year. Yeah, we did everything.
Good. Bye-bye.
Hello?